Cool. I think we're live. Let me check. Merry Christmas, y'all. Happy Battlefront 2 beta day. Second day. But happy 24-hour live stream. We have lots of cool stuff going on. I'll be taking the first leg, hopefully with some special guests. And we will be giving away some prizes in the 11 o'clock hour. And I think in the 5 o'clock hour is when we're going to give away the copy of Battlefront 2 to one of our subscribers. So if you haven't subbed yet, you still have a few hours to do so, I think. And yeah, other than that, I'm just going to play through some features of the beta, and we'll see what strikes our fancy, and then we'll play more of that. There's only a few maps. As far as I can tell, I only played a few matches last night, but there's, it looks like probably one map per game type, and then obviously 2 teams, and then the 4 classes and the special classes. So there's Starfighter, Assault, Galactic Assault, and Strike in the beta. Personally, I'm enjoying probably Galactic Assault the most right now. However, it's also the easiest to fall into annoying, like your team's getting destroyed type situations in, whereas Strike has probably a little bit more of a team deathmatch feel to it. I'm not a huge fan of the flying yet because I'm not very good at it, so I'll probably practice some of that today. Rivers agrees. I'll probably practice some of that today and try and get a little better before the beta's over. Today, this couple-hour period is the only time I have to play the beta because I will be driving across the country later this afternoon. So, if you've got questions for me specifically, which I doubt, you better shoot them to me now. Alright, I'm just taking a look at all my classes here. You can see I've got some upgrades on each of the classes, but not a lot on any of them. I was level 6 heavy after my first match. I'm not sure why it went down. I think the beta is just a little wonky in that way, because I've played a lot of Assault and it's still only level 1. So I don't know if it's just not leveling up properly or if I'm not sure how it works. You can see the heroes that are in the beta. We have Boba Fett, Han Solo, Darth Maul, and Rey. And we've got Poe Dameron's Stealth X-Wing. We've got Slave Juan. We've got Darth Maul's Scimitar. And we've got the Millennium Falcon, Han's version of it. We also have the 2 trooper kind of middle class specials. So we've got the Enforcer, which has, I think this is the one with the flamethrower. I haven't used any of these. Yeah. And then this one is the Jet Trooper, basically. There's also a Wookiee Warrior, but I don't know what category that falls into. We have the Gunship, which is basically a weak sauce AC-130 from Modern Warfare 2. We have a little Chicken Walker. I haven't used either of those. Interceptor, Bomber, and Fighter are the 3 Starfighter classes available in the beta. I've only played Fighter, and only momentarily. I've played 1 round of Starfighter Assault, and I hopped in a ship in 1 round of Galactic Assault. So you'll probably see me fly a little bit. Again, I'm not very good at it yet. The controls for flying are dramatically different from the first Battlefront, which is weird because I wanted them to be different, but they're different and worse. They didn't actually make it that much better, in my opinion, but I just might not be good. So, actually, before we do that, let's do some arcade, just so you can see what it's like to run around. Obviously, there will be more versions of game types available at launch. Also, I can only be dark side. Let's see some Darth Maul gameplay. You have to kill 25 enemies. You have 20 seconds to do so, but every time you get a kill, your time limit goes up. So the maps that are available are Naboo, Theed Palace for Galactic Assault. We've got Maz Kanata's Palace on Takodana for Strike. and I'm pretty sure it's the Fondor shipyard for Starfighter Assault, but I was not paying attention. Cool. So, Darth Maul is pretty fast. He does not have a block like all of the Jedi do in Battlefront 1. I'm really bad, evidently. Also, what was previously mapped to the triangle button in Battlefront 1 is now mapped to hitting both bumpers simultaneously, which is not very intuitive for me to get used to because I'm so embedded in just hitting the triangle button. But if he hits left trigger, it does not block. So you gotta just kind of be fast and get out when you start to get hurt. So his left bumper is a choke, his right bumper is a sort of weird tornado. You know, or I'm sorry, his both bumpers simultaneously is a choke. His left bumper is a saber thrower, which I have not mastered. Oh, it's very good. What else? He doesn't have a roll, but he does dodge. Also, I don't know if I just don't know how to. Ooh, he can choke more than but he... what was I going to say? Doesn't have a roll. I don't remember what I was going to say. Pretty tired. Let's see. Cool, so that's Darth Maul. I haven't played him in multiplayer yet. The only hero I've gotten in multiplayer is Han Solo. I got him twice. If you want to check out a clip from last night, I did get a 1v1 kill on Darth Maul as Han Solo, which was pretty cool. It was a pretty newbie kill, but it was sweet to get it nonetheless. That was fun. I'm going to play some Galactic Assault. So yeah, if you're hopping into the beta and you haven't played it yet, it is a little bit different from the first one in terms of controls, but it's very different in terms of how the players feel when they're moving around. So I recommend hopping into the arcade mode just to get your legs underneath you, especially since the beta offers it. Let's see, I have enough for a crate, so we're gonna get a new crate real quick. Huh? Trooper crate. Let's not turn off the TV. Alright, so we got Vanguard refresh, I already had that. We have new lasers for the Starfighter class. Primary weapon damage increase, that's neat. And a defensive upgrade for the bomber, which I haven't even used yet. So from there you can go directly to characters to apply any of the upgrades you unlocked if you so choose. And I do in fact so choose. I don't want any of that though. Let's see. Bomber. So I already had targeting computer, which is a quicker missile lock on, and I'm probably going to keep that. And let's see, fighter. Tactical jammer. I'm going to also use some of that. So you need to be level 5 in any particular class to have 2 star card slots opened up for that class. You can also craft star cards using your scrap metal, which is that number 40 in the top right hand corner of the screen. I did that last night and it was pretty cool, but I am trying to save up my scraps now so that I can do something cooler. Okay, let's see. Let's play some Galactic Assault. Throughout the day, I mean, there's only one person now, it's probably Chaz, but throughout the day, if you're watching, just drop a comment if you have a question. I will try to pay attention to them between rounds. I'm not very fond of paying attention to them mid-round, but I'll try. As always, keep them appropriate and respectful. Actually, let's do this. I'll walk you through the assault class first. So this is the assault class. He has a pretty standard assault rifle as his primary. His left bumper is a thermal detonator, which is just a standard frag grenade. His two bumpers together pulls out a shotgun, which it has 3 rounds in the chamber, and you can fire those rounds within a cooldown period before the shotgun just automatically gets pocketed. And then his right bumper is a little SMG, and I'll be honest, I have not used that at all yet, so I don't know the features and benefits of that yet. Features and benefits, like I said.
Wipe out the clouds.
So this is the shotgun. Let's see if I can find anybody with it. I also have it set so that any kill with the shotgun reduces the cooldown of my other powers, which is pretty neat. I don't know where that dude went. Cooldown, so I have no shots. Wow, that was pretty trash, but I got him. Let's see what this thing does. Little EE4 probably, something similar. So the one thing that I called out during our stream last night, so I'm a droid right now, and as you can see, I'm moving pretty freely, so they don't have any movement penalties depending on what species you are, at least not in the beta. He can roll, he can jump, he can do anything a human or alien character can do, which is cool, I guess. I guess they have to do that, as we discussed during the stream last night. I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't give it something cooler in exchange for not being able to do those things, but that's right. Also new to this game compared to the first one is that you can roll forward. That was, ooh, I haven't seen it before. That's cool. You messed me up. You can roll forward and backward, which you could not do in the first game. You could only roll in a strafing fashion, so that's pretty cool. Alright, Heavy. Heavy's probably my favorite class right now. Probably is the best primary weapon in my opinion. It's got I've got the second one unlocked. It's basically a giant LMG. So you can see that. The left bumper is an impact grenade, which is weak. I pegged somebody in the head with it last night, and that was that. It didn't kill him. His right bumper is a little personal shield like this, which he can shoot through. Oh my god, doesn't do anything against those guys. And his two bumpers together is a short minigun period that he carries around. Super slow when he's got that out. I'll just show you.
Sentry guns online.
So you can see him real slow. I have upgraded defense during this time though, and it takes a minute to get firing, but once it does, it's really accurate and pretty overpowered. We talked about it last night, but you really, at least we haven't been able to get very good at it. Hip firing in this game is just not very good, so if you're ever going to shoot any of the guns in the game, then you're going to want to get ADS. That doesn't actually reload. Blue gives you a reload, gold gives you a reload, and no cooldown for a brief period of time.
MTT is in position. Clear the area of clone resistance and
Alright, so the tank has cleared the first wave. We're going to head into the palace and try to take the throne room. This is about the time in the game where people start to get heroes. I haven't really done anything objective-based, so I don't have enough points for one. But you can have 2 at a time per team, at least in the beta, and it's the 4 that are available in the beta. Holy cow. That guy was using that sentry gun. Let's try Officer. Officer's the class I've used the least. I don't know why he's level 4, because I'm pretty sure I've used him once. He has a single-shot pistol as his primary weapon. His left bumper is... I'm not positive. I think that's a grenade that you throw and then it breaks into mini grenades and shoots out. Yeah, so that's pretty sweet. His 2 bumpers at the same time gives the people around you a little defense boost, and his right bumper is a turret. The cool thing about the infantry turret that he has is that you can detonate it once you've placed it. Oh man. So there's Rey and Han near me right now, which is not cool. I'm not going to use him again right now. And then the Specialist. The Specialist has a sniper rifle. I just unlocked this new one using my scrap last night. I haven't used it yet. Alright, so it's a little bit of a faster firing rate than the starter sniper. He's got a Stinger pistol assigned to his left bumper right now, but that's not the default. His two bumpers is pretty cool. So he pulls out an EE4. He cloaks while he does it, so I'm not on people's radars. And if I get a kill, that cooldown on that power refreshes, so I can keep getting kills and keep that power deployed. We got wrecked.
All units initiate self-destruct. Your mission is a
So I'm pretty sure that the CIS is overpowered on that map, but in general their team was way better than ours. We didn't really do much. Myself in particular, I didn't do anything. Let's see. Yeah, this part is a little bit weird compared to, excuse me, Battlefront 1. I'm not really sure how to, I mean, I get what it's saying, it's just a little bit different. And then all the different challenges also have, like, unlocks after you've done them, like you get a crate or something to that effect. In addition to, obviously, leveling up that class for yourself. So his right bumper is the thermal binoculars, which you can use to paint opponents, but I'm not sure if you're only painting them for yourself. I'll show you what that looks like. The Stinger pistol I have never used because I just unlocked it last night, but it prevents them from regen, so that's kind of cool. I think I can equip whatever the basic one was too. So his starter left bumper is a shock grenade, which is garbage in my opinion. It takes a little bit too long to cook, so I'm not a huge fan, but I'm sure it's probably a newbie opinion.
Just in time.
So right at spawn there's a lot of bad guys over there, so you can see I'm getting hit markers right now. I'm also being shot. Oh, I missed one. I can paint them. So I just painted like 5 guys.
We failed. Well, then it gets ugly.
Ooh, that guy got me. So the snipers are not very good unless you get a kill shot, headshot type situation. Also, I'm not very good at doing that in general. One thing I noticed about the default settings for the beta is that the sensitivities are really weird. There's a separate sensitivity for zooming as opposed to, you know, hip firing, and both of them were really luggy to me, I guess is the word. Not very high. And I'm actually the kind of player that plays on a pretty low sensitivity in general, so you might want to turn up the sensitivity when you start playing.
Eye on disruptor on target.
They've removed partner spawning, partners in general, which I'm not a fan of. I hope that they have something similar to it in the full game, but they have squad spawning now. You just don't pick your squad, they just spawn you all together, which I guess the argument is to make sure you get spawn killed a whole lot less, but I didn't think that was a big issue in this game, but maybe I'm ignorant. I'm going to try using heavy. So as the CIS on this game type, the first wave, you try to pick up those disruptor rifles that guy got in front of me out of the lockers. And then you use that to shoot the MTT, which is the tank coming down the street. And then once it's been shot with a disruptor rifle, it can be shot for a short period of time with just standard weapons. I haven't seen anybody win this game type in the first wave. Once you get to the second wave, you're in the palace, and that's when it usually ends. I've only gotten to the third wave once. I got an assist for that, which is lame, but... Alright, as you can see, I also play in first person, or I have been for most of the beta. I'm not as big a fan of the third person Battlefront, especially with the sensitivity being what it is, and the hip firing being super weak sauce. I feel like first person it's more of a shooter, so I prefer first person shooters to third person shooters. Whereas Battlefront 1, third person was a legitimate advantage. In this one you can see the vision isn't that much wider, and the hip firing is so weak and the sensitivity is so weird that it's almost advantageous to play in first person to me. I'll try playing in third person for a bit though and see how much I get destroyed. I mean, obviously my KD is going to be low anyway. I'm just not very good at shooters in general. I'm play a Star Wars game. Have fun.
Enemy is
Not to
weak
win
point
any
alpha.
tournaments.
Withdraw to secondary positions.
Oh my god. Cool. So we got to the second wave, which gives you more reinforcements, which is that top number 86 you see. Well, that's actually the MTT's health. Your reinforcements are not listed right now, but on one of the game types they are. And basically that's how many spawns you have to survive to the next wave for your team. I'm going to try and get that disruptor rifle because that gives you a lot of, in fact I got it. It gives you a lot of objective points. My first game, I got 3 disruptor rifles, and I only died once, and on my second death I already had enough points to unlock being a hero, so I got to be Han Solo on my second death, which was pretty cool. I was not very good at him, but it was neat to get objective points and use him. I also haven't really figured out, oh my god, whether it's worth it or not, but you do get points for being around your teammates, but I mean, it's like 4 points, it's not crazy. I also have an upgrade for my heavy where damage he takes gives him extra points, which is pretty cool. Well, that was weird. I just haven't really seen it be dramatic.
Counting down.
That was a grenade, I forgot it was an impact and not a thermal detonator. So you can see at the bottom there I have 2267 points, which means I can unlock certain tiers of these guys. I could be a Naboo fighter. I got that once and died literally when I spawned. I'm not going to do that. I could be a jet trooper. I am 733 points away from being able to be a Wookiee warrior. And then I'm going to save up for a hero like most people do.
Got your back. Deploy grenade. There you go.
So I'm excited to see all the different cards and how you can use them together in the full game. I'm also excited to see that the leveling up each individual class is a little bit more easy to understand what the hell is going on. But oh my god! But for now, I don't know if it's broken or I don't get it. But one of the two is definitely true. Let's see what we're shooting at over here. Tank. I'm not going to take out a tank right now. I can't really see what's going on. Let's see. I'm going to go pick up the disruptor again. Or at least get beaten 2-1. Whoa, boy. I don't want to die. Excuse me, homie. Oh, I might get this one. Oh. Alright, so this is the disruptor rifle. I'm getting shot right now. You have to really let it lock on. Or not lock on, but charge up. Cool, so now the tank will take regular weapons damage. Charge down there. That's basically what you do. The tank's already at 65 health, which is low. Maybe that's the spawns, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna go for the other disruptor that guy's probably going to. So you can see I got over 1,000 battle points on that spawn. Most of that was due to the fact that I A, picked up the disruptor rifle, and B, got to shoot the MTT with it. So you get a lot of points for the objective by doing that. That guy's gonna, no, maybe he's gonna get it. Nope, I am. Alright, so I'm gonna get to do that again. So charging is just aiming at it. You don't actually hold anything down. I'm just spamming the trigger on it so that I can try and get it off as soon as it's ready. There's a super battle droid over there. Alright, let's see. Here we go.
MTT preparing to fire.
Droids are kind of nasty because their hitbox is so small, so I don't, like I said before, I don't know why their movement is just as good as the other people's movement, because their hitbox gives them a huge advantage right off the bat. I can't get a headshot on them almost ever. Alright, so no more MTT. We're now inside. We're going to stop them from getting to those two door controls. Like I said, this is the wave where heroes generally start to pop up unless someone went super handling the first wave. So you'll see like Darth Maul fly through here and mess everybody up, or Boba Fett. Obviously this isn't the ideal map to get Boba Fett, or at least the ideal part of the map. Unlocking, but holy cow. I'm going to try to be Rey. I've never been Rey, so I'm excited to see what that's like. I've been Han twice, but everybody wants to be Rey, so hopefully I get her first. But I'm not very close.
Hold fire ready.
There's Maul's in there. Oh, and Boba Fett.
Shutting down the enemy override.
Alright, I did some damage. Also, Jared likes to point out, but the heroes regen health in Battlefront 2. Meaning if you get shot and you stick around for a second, your health will climb back up. I think that's what those little tiers on the bottom of the screen are. You can only regenerate to that one tier, I think. But again, I'm super newbie right now. Let's see what we're using miniguns for. Oh man.
Doors unsealing. Pull back to the throne room.
Damn my blood. So they got through. They're gonna win. Their team is just way better than ours, as demonstrating in the first game as well. I mean, I'm not doing well in the fourth place on my team. So this is the throne room. You have to defend it. As seen in Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace. You can't, unfortunately, rappel up the wall, so that would be pretty sweet. Okay, let's see what we got going on now. It would have been cool for you to see, but as they start to break in, the tank shoots down the main entrance of the building. That's super loud and pretty crazy. The first time it happened, like on my head, I actually died from it. It was like, and there's dust everywhere, and I didn't know what was happening. That was kind of cool. This is a pretty map. It's not my favorite map in terms of playing, but it's very pretty. I think I prefer maps from. See, I hit 5 and it didn't really do very good. I prefer the maps in Battlefront 1. Just overall right now. I do like Maz Kanata's Palace. It's very pretty. I haven't gotten to explore the little nuances very much, but neither of the maps in the beta would be my top 3 maps of Battlefront 1, in my opinion. Is that? Yeah.
Enemy in the throne room.
So you can hip fire with the minigun out. It's a little bit more accurate than hip firing with primary weapon. Alright, I might have enough for a hero now. Yeah, I do. So I'm gonna try. Oh, raise taken. See? Alright, I'll be Han. Ham salad. Yummy, yummy. So he has a grenade, which you have to throw and then detonate, which I learned by watching my Maul fight last night. He also has a full auto version of his DL-44, and his right bumper is the standard shoulder charge, except it charges for a far distance. And I haven't really figured out how to. Holy cow! All right, I killed them all. I took a lot of damage to do that, though. But Maul's dead, which is sweet. One thing I don't know is what the cooldown is like on hero spawn. So if one guy gets Maul, I don't know what it's like before somebody else can get him, or if it's right away as soon as he dies, if he has enough Maul. So that was bad, but I got a Maul kill, which is kind of cool.
Too late. All squads, evacuate the city. We'll
They're
take the
gonna blow
fellas
up
back
the
another day.
dome, or at least start their blockade and invasion. I think I had 18 assists, so the droids did work on all of those. I'm gonna back out, switch lobbies. I'm gonna try and do some of the strike mode, but also I'm not a huge fan of that lobby, so. What's that? Defeat 100 enemies on any multiplayer map. Neato. Yes. Alright, let's see what we have here. So, I don't have enough for anything. I didn't get any scrap. Pretty sure the only way to get scrap is by actually completing a challenge, and I didn't get any enough for excuse me, more crates. Where's the challenges? They're there. So I don't know. Earn to be a hero. So yeah, look, unlock 10 crafting parts. Troopers. Plays assault trooper for 10 minutes. You have done that for 2 minutes. Beat 50 enemies using blaster rifles. Officer pistols. Heavy rifle. Officer trooper for 10 minutes. See, I can claim this one. Alright, neato. Long blasters, probably not gonna happen. Starfighter challenges, multiplayer challenges. These are just kill challenges right now. Oh. Error code. Cool. So let's play some strike. Oh, good call out, Andy. I'm gonna back out for a second, guys. I'll be literally right back.